السلام عليكم أهلا وسهلا فيكم في الدرس العاشر or the 10th lesson in the Madinah book series. So هيا بنا with the conversation. ذهب زكريا لزياد بن عامر بعد صلاة الفجر ولكنه ما وجده في البيت فقال لابنه موسى أين أبوك؟ ذهب زكريا ذهب or went ذهب. It's يعني someone pointed this down in the comments that my pronunciation for the word the is not correct, which is right. That the is more of a dh and not like c. It's this word is pronounced as dh and not c. But during conversation and stuff, and since I'm a native speaker in Urdu, so this letter is pronounced more of as it's pronounced more like a Z instead of a DH. But you guys should pronounce it like a DH, and I should too. But during conversation and when you're reading a lot of sentences in books, it becomes difficult to pronounce it accurately, and especially if you're constantly going from Arabic to English. I may mispronounce this word. So, but you guys should pronounce it properly and slowly and correctly. So ذهب زكريا لزيارة حامد بعد صلاة الفجر. Zakaria went to زيارة or visit Hamid بعد صلاة الفجر ولكنه ما وجده في البيت فقال لابنه موسى, but he did not find him in the house, so he said to his son موسى أين أبوك, where is your father? موسى ذهب إلى السوق, he went to the market. زكريا أيذهب إلى السوق كل يوم, does he go to the souk or the market every day? موسى نعم يذهب دائما إلى السوق بعد صلاة الفجر. نعم, yes, he goes always. يعني the terkib or the sentence structure is different in Arabic and English, but the sentence means he goes to the market after Salatul Fajr always or every day. But da'iman literally translates to always. زكريا متى يرجع من السوق, when does he return from the market? موسى يرجع في الساعة السابعة, he returns in the 7th hour or 7 o'clock, وأحيانا في الساعة الثامنة or sometimes at 8. وزكريا ماذا يفعل في البيت, what does he do in the house? موسى يقرأ الصحف ويسمع الأخبار من الإذاعة, he reads the newspapers and he listens to the أخبار from the radio. زكريا متى يذهب إلى المصنع, when does he go to the factory? موسى يذهب في الساعة التاسعة والنصف, he goes to the factory and he goes at 9:30. زكريا ومتى, so in when you want to say the time in Arabic, and if when you want to say the time in Arabic and you want to add, let's say 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 45 minutes, you're gonna make a compound structure using the harf al-atf. Wow. So at-tasiyatu wan-nisf, which basically means the ninth and half. This is the harfi or the direct translation, and it means 9:30. Similarly, if you want to say 15 minutes to 9, then we will use the adat al-istisna or the tool of istisna or tool for exception, which is illa. So as-sa'atu al-an, for example, Zakaria later on says as-sa'atu al-an at-tasi'atu illa rub'an. Rub'an means quarter. So as-sa'atu al-an at-tasi'atu, 9 except quarter, which means 8:45. And remember that whenever we are going to use illa, the word after illa is mansoob, like this, ربعا. And we're going to study استثناءات or exceptions in the third book. موسى يذهب في الساعة التاسعة والنصف, he goes at 9:30. زكريا ومتى يرجع من هناك, and when is he return from there? موسى يرجع في الساعة الواحدة والنصف أو الثانية, he returns at 1:30 or 2. زكريا يذهب إلى المصنع مرة أخرى بعد الظهر, does he go to the factory once again, يعني after الظهر. موسى لا يذهب بعد الظهر, no, he does not go after الظهر. يجلس هنا في مكتبه بعد صلاة العصر, no, he sits here after in his desk after صلاة العصر. زكريا كم عامل يعمل في مصنعكم, how many workers are working in your factory? موسى مصنعنا ليس بكبير, it's not big. مصنعنا, our factory is not big. يعمل فيه 125 عاملا مهندسا. مصنعنا, our factory is not big. يعمل فيه, and work in it 125 or 125 workers and 2 engineers. زكريا ساعته ولا نتاسية, so we studied this sentence right now. وما رجع أبوك, and so Zakaria is basically saying that it's 8:45 and your father has still not returned. So موسى لعله يرجع اليوم متأخرا, maybe he will be late. يعني the translation would be he will return late today. I fear he will return late today, but the direct translation or exact يعني حرفي translation will be لعله I fear that he will return lately or something like that. لعله يرجع اليوم متأخر, he will return later. So we study that لعل is from the أخوات of inna. Now it's from the أخوات inna, and we study that it has two forms. One is the taraji and one is ishfaq. So taraji is basically hope. So لعل can be translated into two يعني لعل can carry two meanings. One is that I fear, and one is I hope. So Musa, in this, according to this context, in this context, he means that uh, the sentence is trying to convey the meaning that he fears. Or you can also, or if there's another example in this book, we're going to see that it can also mean he hopes or she hopes or whatever the scenario is according to the Damir al-Muttasil, which is at the end of this word, لعله. So in this scenario, Musa fears that he is going to be late today, his father. So the grammatic stuff that we studied in this lesson is that you should know that the huruf al-mudari' or the prefixes that are added to the mudari'. So in Arabic, there are three forms of verbs in Arabic. One is the madi, one is the mudari', and one is the amr. So we studied we studied a fair bit of madi and a basic concept and basic conjugations of mudari of madi. Although we did not study the musanna in the past tense. Mudari is basically, it can be translated to the present tense, and in Arabic, the mudari can be the present tense, can be the present continuous tense, and it can also refer to the future tense. So, like I told you guys in the first book, that whenever we're going to study any language, especially Arabic, these qawaid or these grammar rules always have exceptions and other intricacies. But for now, if you but for now, you guys should know that mudari basically means present tense. So huruf al-mudari' are four prefix letters that we add to the mudari form. So which is noon, alif, ta, and ya. We studied يحب, نحب, أحب, تحب. So na'am. But in this lesson, we are only going to study the prefix يحب we're only going to study the prefix ya, which basically means he. It's the third person singular. Not necessarily, but for now it's just the third person singular. We're not going to study the jama or the plural or the musanna of the mudari. So if you look at the given examples here, kataba yaktubu. So in Arabic, there's a concept called bab. Bab basically is the form of the verb, and the forms are written here. So the first bab, and by the way, these bab indicate the haraka or the haraka or the damma fatha or kasra above the letter. So in this example, kataba yaktubu. So the second letter of the verb in the past tense has a fatha, and the second letter of that verb in the present tense has a damma. So this is one form of the verb, which is basically the AU form. AU form. So A indicates the fatha or the sound of fatha, and U indicates the sound of the damma. So kataba yaktubu. So this is one form in which the second letter of the madi has the fatha, and the second letter of the mudari has the damma. The second bab or the second form of the verb is in which the second letter of the madi has a fatha, and the second letter of its mudari has a kasra. Third bab is in which the madi has fatha and the mudari also has a fatha. And we're only going to talk about the second letter of the fi'il in these scenarios. In these cases, sami'a and yasma'u. This is the fourth bab in which the second letter of the madi has a kasra and the mudari has a fatha. So there are six bab in Arabic, and we're going to study 6 forms of verbs in Arabic, and we are going to study four in this lesson. So I've written the verb uh, in Arabic. So fathan, damman, fathan, kasra, and fathatan, or 2 fathas, and kasra and fatha. And as far as the numbers from 20 to 30 are concerned, so these are basically murakkab, or compound words. It's a compound structure in which 2 words are added using waw to form the number itself. So, and by the way, numbers are act like this in Arabic through from 20 until million, or 100, 1,000. So wahidun wa ashrun. So for example, in the sentence that we studied above, the writer is trying to say 125. So how does he say 125? He says mi'atun, 100, and then he adds it using wa, khamsatun wa ashrun. So khamsatun is ashrun is 25, which basically means 5 and 20. And the examples or words given here are for the masculine ma'dud, and these words are similar to the words from 11 to 19 in the sense that the ma'dud is mansub and mufrad in these words. And another point to note down is that the wahid and isnan are masculine. Yani these words are masculine as in lafzan, yani in itself, with the muzakkar ma'dud. But the from 23 to 29, the first part is the word of the word in these the word in from 23 to 30 is muannas, yani sittatun, sab'atun. All of these are muannas words because of the ta marbuta. Although the ma'dud is masculine, which is the same thing that we studied in the words from 11 to 19, in which is to say, yani this concept is we saw this concept in the numbers from 3 to 10, and as far as I remember, we saw the same thing in the words from 11 to 19. نعم يعني ثلاثة عشر رجلا. نعم 13 رجلا. So ثلاثة. So ثلاثة is basically a feminine word due to the ta marbuta. And in this case too, these words are yani feminine due to the ta marbuta, although the ma'dud is masculine. And if the ma'dud was feminine, this word would become masculine. So it would be يعني يعني it would become 27 يعني بدون or without ta marbuta 27 طالبة 27 طالبة. But we are not going to study the feminine ma'dud in this in these exercises. And so this was so all of this conversation was related to the first part of the numbers in 20 in the 20 series. But the second part, or ashrun, these words, yani ashrun is not affected by the femininity or masculinity of the madud, if this sentence is correct. Yani if the madud is masculine or feminine, ashrun remains ashrun, and it follows the rules of the Jam'u Salim. Yani we studied the Jam'u Salim in the first book, so you should revise that concept. So it could be ashreen. For example, fi sittati wa ashreen. It can become ashreen, but it is not dependent on the madud. So these are the numbers. So we studied we studied the numbers 1, 2, 3 to 10 have different rules. 1 has a different rule. The number 1 has a different rule. 2 has different rules. 3 to 10 have a certain set of rules which have a masculine and feminine. Then numbers from 11 to 19 have different rules, for the masculine, feminine, and the ma'dud and all of that. And the numbers from 21 to 29 have different rules from 11 to 90. But the good news is that inshallah these rules are applicable for all numbers from 21 to 99. So for example, if I want to say 99 people, I'm going to say tis'atun wa tis'una. Tis'atun wa tis'una taliban. Tis'atun wa tis'una. So the numbers from 20 to 99 will follow the same rules, and we studied the number 100 and the number for 1000 in the previous lessons. So you can combine all of this to form numbers in Arabic. And from my personal experience, I would recommend you guys to focus on numbers. Uh, and I would recommend you guys to uh, work more on numbers since it becomes confusing, especially the grammatical rules and all. And try to make random numbers by yourself and check if it's correct or not. So, for example, if we want to say 1200 and 1225, one, no, 1225. So we're gonna say uh, we're gonna type in this scenario alfun alfun wa mi'atun. So 1000 and alfun wa mi'atun wa khamsatun khamsatun wa ashrun. So this is the number. If you want to say 1125, we're going to say alfun wa mi'atun wa khamsatun wa ishrun. So it's basically 1,000, and if we directly translate this sentence, it would be 1,000 and 100 and a 5 and a 20. This may seem confusing, but I believe that the number system in Arabic is easier uh, is easier compared to Urdu, since you just have to add words together with verb. And there are of course rules of the masculine, feminine, ma'dud and mansoob. The ma'dud is mansoob one, and in certain scenarios it's jama, and in certain numbers it's mufrad. So all of these changes, these rules, although these rules are confusing and are tough, but the numbers itself are easy. So the tamarin. And if you guys felt that this lesson was a bit confusing, or if I should explain a certain concept twice or thrice, or if I should change the pattern, then do let me know in your comments, and please tell me how can I improve uh, the quality of my videos. Since the thing is that in these lessons are of course, the stuff written is in Arabic, and I have to constantly switch from Arabic to English. So this becomes difficult in the sense the translation or the translation part, or constantly changing from Arabic to English, messes up my mind, which is why I become slow, or I may repeat stuff, or I may become confusing. So do let me know in your comments. Do let me know your thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. تمارين أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. Answer the following question. And the first lesson is the same. أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. صحح ما يلي. Correct the following. تأمل الأمثلة الآتية. Ponder over the following examples. So basically ذهب يذهب قرأ يقرأ بصل يبصر. And these are the four practice of the four أبواب, or the four forms. أكمل الجملة الآتية بوضع فعل مضارع مناسب بوضع فعل مضارع مناسب في الفراغ. So you have to complete the sentences by adding a munasib, or an appropriate word in the following empty spaces. So يذهب أبي إلى السوق كل صباح. كل صباح. نعم صباح. My father goes to the market every morning. متى يرجع أبوك من المصنع؟ يشرب أحمد القهوة يشرب يوسف الشاي. اقرأ معي. Read the following اقرأ ما يلي ثم اكتبه مع كتابة الأرقام الواردة فيه بالحروف. So you have to replace the numbers with the words. For example, in this scenario في الشهر 29 أو 30 يوما. تأمل ما يلي. مبكرا means early، متأخرا means late. So ذهبت إلى المدرسة اليوم مبكرا. I went to the school early today ورجعت إلى البيت متأخرا. I returned late today. كون جملة مستعملة من الكلمات الآتية. So you have to use the following words to form a sentence. دائما means always. أحيانا means seldom. متأخرا means late. مرة أخرى means once again. الكلمات الجديدة new words. متر، أمتار، عمل عمل. So I hope this lesson was useful. مع السلامة.